Hey kitty, come here. Hi. And hi to you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista-Maria, but you can just call me Krista-Maria. I mean, it doesn't make any difference anyway how you would call it when you write it down, I guess. I am a visitor in this video this time, but despite that, I need to... Whoa, I'm back. So, I got to start this again. My name is Krista-Maria and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to address first the elephant in the room. When I uploaded my video last week, my first talking head video probably ever in YouTube, I was not expecting to make it like that. I just literally was following my intuition and I started filming because I really had something in my heart that I wanted to share. And I was not prepared for it anyway. And for that reason, for my second video, I thought that I will prepare myself better, that I will, like, I don't know, put makeup on and brush my hair, find a nice place in my home, set up the environment accordingly. That did not happen because once again, I'm having an epiphany that I really wanted to share. And this time I'm going to be talking about excuses that are preventing us to experience love. And this one really hits hard home. I mean, it wasn't even my intention to really just talk about love and things that I've learned about that and share that with people. To be honest, if you don't know what projecting means, you could just look my first two videos I uploaded, and that's literally the definition of it. I am projecting my life into YouTube, and I'm disguising it as this sort of self-help message to people. But I have to admit, I'm figuring life out, and as I go, I want to share the things I learn, and that's why I'm here. So this time I realized that many times in my life I meet someone nice, we hit it off, I feel the chemistry, I feel the spark, so to say, and then I start to look for excuses. And there are many different types of excuses, but the one I'm gonna focus on now is the one that we disguise as the most logical excuse. Like, it almost like it makes sense when we use that. And that is the excuse that I like to call as don't shit where you eat. Don't shit where you eat excuse. That's like the biggest excuse that prevents us from experiencing love with certain people and without us even realizing it. It just makes so much sense. For example, I have a hobby. I love dancing. I go to these dance meetups, and if I'm out to meet someone nice there and we're gonna hit it off, I will purposely sabotage it, avoid it, or whatnot, and I will call it as, oh, I will not go there because I don't shit where I eat. Because what if things don't work out and now we have to like tolerate each other in this environment, this place where I love to be and love to express myself, and then there is this one person who did not end up being what I expected, what sort of expectation I set on them, which is super unfair, by the way, that we do that, like deciding in our mind what kind of person someone should be instead of just focusing on getting to know them, right? We do the same thing at the workplace as well, meeting someone at work, or another communities that you're part of, anywhere that you feel like that it's either very important or you just spend a lot of time there. So you don't want to shit where you eat. And I've thought for a long time that it made sense. I mean, I want to just make a disclaimer. If it is a workplace, for example, there are some restrictions there. I don't think, for example, a manager and someone right under them should engage in a romantic relationship. Like, I think that's quite obvious. That can cause issue. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe this is another logical excuse that I'm setting up. Let's look into that. With this excuse, we are not setting up a logical reason. We are trying to protect our feelings and our capability to navigate them. What does this mean? This means that we don't trust ourselves to be okay if it does not work out. And if it's really like a situation 50-50, like you feel the chemistry, it's something you want to explore, obviously, then you're gonna start figuring out like the compatibility and especially in long term. And then it's 50-50, either it works out or it doesn't. Like, it's never anything else. It's just like those two options. Or if you can think of something more, just like let me know. But when it doesn't work out, we start to mask it as like it is something awkward, something uncomfortable. It could be uncomfortable, that's fine, but especially we put a negative label on it. Like, okay, I need to see this person anyway in this environment, and that's going to be awkward. It's awkward because we didn't work out. But the thing is, it is us who gives the meaning to it. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Nobody like universally didn't decide that it should be awkward. It's us. We do that to ourselves. And it is true that it can be unpleasant because maybe you had your feelings involved with it. But if we work on with ourselves and we work on with validating ourselves, we will be okay. In fact, I feel that it can be really good for us to be purposely in a situation where we have to deal with more unpleasant feelings. And pay attention that I use the word unpleasant instead of negative, because I feel like when you describe a situation or experience as a negative, I don't think that word really tells anything. Like, what's negative anyway? That's not like, it's not like that thing is factually negative. The only things that can be factually negative is like, well, one example, like temperature. But it's not like, okay, dating someone in your community and then breaking up and then seeing each other like in that community, that's a negative thing. That's you saying that because that's the sort of meaning you give to it. I think it tells more about what the reality is if you describe it as unpleasant. Because negative is almost like this label that we give to things that we think that are universally accepted as negative. But it's not. Some people don't see it as negative. And some people see it positive. However, unpleasant, that tells the truth. You're not just saying that something is bad, negative whatsoever, but you're actually describing how it makes you feel. And that's actually, that's fine. Like, it's fine to feel bad when things don't work out the way that you hoped. But those are such beautiful moments, because facing those moments, those are one of the biggest confidence boosters that I ever went through. I mean, when I have unpleasant experiences, unpleasant feelings, I tend to run away from them. I do something destructive to myself just so that I can avoid dealing with that emotion or situation. And on the long term, that makes me feel more insecure about myself. But when I sit with that unpleasant feeling and I face the situation that is unpleasant, I go to that community event where I will see this man that I was wishing for, that something would come out of it. That's what brings me confidence. And I would maybe finally say this, that even if things don't work out, there's so much other positive things you can also find from the situation. Like, think about the person that you were getting known to. Think about what sort of qualities were the first things that stood out. What made you interested of this person? Because these are the things that when you see them in a person, those are the things that you wish to see in yourself. That's what I believe in. So you can learn from that. You can project that back to yourself. Like, this is what I want to do more. This is the person that I want to present to the world. This is the kind of things I want to do. I want to show that same level of kindness than what he or she showed. And that's really beautiful. That's a gift. That's a gift from that person that gave it to you. So next time when you meet someone in your peers, in your community, work, wherever, shoot your shot. And if it doesn't work out, say thank you. You get rejected? Thank you. Thank you for giving me a gift of showing something that I value. You have that quality, and I'm happy that I saw that. And next thing that I will see it within me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I was positively surprised of the reception that my first video got. I really love the comments that were left in there. And my goal is to, like I've done now, follow my intuition, but still keeping in mind of like, what can I share that I think could help people? And I see that the last video already like did that. Like, if it's in the form of starting a discussion or someone learning something from this, like, then I have already met my goal. And making these videos is the first thing for a long time that I have been really excited about. When I've got the idea in my mind that I like to share, I've been just rushing back home that I can just sit down. Like, no matter that, like, how I look or what I wear, I have just wanted to have this moment to connect with you. So if you like this type of content, I'm not gonna screw that. I'm not gonna tell you to like subscribe or anything like that. Like, you're an adult. I hope so. I assume so. I don't know. Even if you're a younger person, like okay, I should take it back. I'm a little bit scared, like how these things work, like in YouTube. But like, do what you do. Like, it doesn't matter in the end. Like, whatever. Like, I'm just happy that you are here now. All right. Have a good evening, day, or morning, wherever you are.